Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how I made this little gift box. I wanted a gift box that I could put some little sweets in as a small gift for somebody, so I designed this box. It's 3 inches by 3 inches by 1.5 inches deep. It's fairly easy to make, you only need a few supplies, so I'll show you what you need and how to put it together. Okay, so the supplies that you're going to need are a piece of red card that measures 9 by 6 inches, 2 pieces of white card that measure 3 inches by 3/4 of an inch, 1 piece of black card which measures 11 by 3/4 of an inch, a piece of gold card which measures 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 inches, and a piece of black card which measures 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to start by scoring the red piece of card. So I'm going to put the long side into my simply scored scoreboard, and I'm going to score it at 1.5 inches, 3 inches, 6 inches and 7.5 inches. Then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to score it at 1.5 inches and then completely flip it around and score it at 1.5 inches again, and that's all the scoring. Now there are all my score lines. I'm going to turn it over and using my bone folder I'm going to fold and burnish all those score lines. And by doing this you just get nice crisp edges and it just makes your finished product look a little bit more professional. So that's how we're looking now. Now what I'm going to do next is these 4 boxes, the one in each corner, we're going to chop a section off, but first of all I'm going to cut up the 4 score lines to this first horizontal line, and I'm going to do that on both sides, and I'll give you a closer look in a minute. Okay, so that's how it's looking. Now, as I said, these 4 corners, we're going to chop some off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chop about half or just under half. It's not vital, but if you can try and cut, that's not very straight, so I'll do that again. If you can try and cut the same amount off each one. And then we're going to notch these. So that means starting at a wider point at the bottom, working up towards the score line. And you only need to do the slightest little notch. Just on these 4 for now. So you can see what I'm taking off, the tiniest little amount on those 4. Now on the next 4 sections we're going to notch, but we're not going to cut anything off. So it's sometimes easier to fold those out of the way. So this time we're just going to notch again, but we're not going to chop anything off this one. And basically what you're doing, you're just making the box fold together a little bit easier, but you're cutting off your score lines. So this is what we're left with. So if I just hold that there for a minute so you can see. Okay, I'll just move my rubbish out of the way. Now, basically, when I designed this box, I wanted it to just hold a few little treats as a Christmas gift. So what's going to happen is these flaps are going to fold in like so, and then they'll tuck in and it will close like that. So if I put it face up now, on this section and this section, this is where we're going to stick these pieces of white card. So I'm just going to put some glue and line these up with the edge like that. Okay, and now we're going to stick the box together. So these 4 inner tabs are the ones that we're going to put glue on. So while it's right side up, I'm going to apply glue to those tabs. Oh, rip my box. I think I've just got to the end of my glue. Okay, so we'll try and repair that. Don't worry, let's find some glue. Okay, so I'll use this wet glue. Just put some glue on these tabs. Obviously, if I was making this to give, I'd start again probably, but we'll see if we can carry on. So I'm going to going to line up the edge now with the fold and stick this all together. May actually be able to get away with this. You can't really see it, so I think my fast fuse has come to an end by the look of it, and it's just ripped the paper, or the card I should say. I've never had that happen before, but you know, these things happen. So I'm just tucking those in. Give those just a few minutes to set. Now these flaps just fold in and that becomes the front of my box, like so. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get my piece of black, my 11-inch piece, and this is going to be my belly band. Now, when I designed this box originally, I cut these flaps off completely. So it's up to you, but on my prototype and this one, I decided to leave them on. So I'm just going to get the belly band now, place it roughly across the middle, and then I'm just going to hold it and bend ever so slightly, and then bend again, and then fold it over and bend, and fold it over and bend. And then now I'm going to reinforce those fold lines. I'm going to line it up and reinforce them with my bone folder. Just checking where the fold lines are. Make sure that's right, yeah. It's black carding, I can't really see it that well, to be honest, so that's why I'm double checking all the time. And then this should sit around the box. And I'm going to apply some glue dots just to stick it together, I think. Obviously there's nothing in my box at the moment, so the front is also, I'm just going to put a glue dot here and a glue dot here. So as I was saying, there's nothing in my box at the moment, so there's nothing to actually keep the fronts from falling in. But once you put some sweets or something in it, it should sit mine's kind of collapsing in a little bit at the moment here, but that's because, as I say, there's nothing in it to keep the front up. So that's the belly band. And then we want the piece of gold and the piece of black, and I'm just going to stick that in the middle of there. And again, I'm going to use a glue dot and place that in the middle. This is just to kind of mimic the belt, and I'm just going to put one glue dot there. And place that on there. Then I'm going to slide it off so that I can press it on firmly. Get rid of all my bits and pieces. Not so sure if I've got any sweets or anything I can put in this one to hand. But basically, we fasten up the box, which I can't seem to do now. Move everything out of the way, and there's the little finished Santa box. I'm not so sure if I can remember if I told you, but this box is 3 inches by 3 inches by 1.5 inches deep, so it's quite a good size really. And as I say, I designed it because my idea was that I was going to get some little chocolates and put little chocolates or something in it, and that's what I wanted. So I hope you found that helpful. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.